Hi guys, I'm Coach Rebecca and I'm here live to talk about the I can do it mindset and how to switch that on. So everything that I teach in here on the Complete Performance Coaching blog or on the podcast or in the Perform Happy community is all evidence-based. So I'm not just like making this stuff up. Everything that I teach is based in proven science. So I'm going to give you the 6 ways that have been proven by science to improve your confidence and to get you into that type of confidence that's that skill-based confidence, meaning that you set out to do one thing and you know, I can do this. It doesn't mean I can do everything and I'm going to walk out into traffic because I'm so brave. It means this specific thing, I can do it. So here are the 6 key elements. Now, before I explain them, it's based on a theory called Self-Efficacy by Bandura, just in case any of you science nerds want to look that up. Science nerds like me, I will preface. And I'm going to talk about what are the things that his studies showed will give you that I can do it. So the very first one, now actually, before I dive into what they are, I want to talk about this a little bit in terms of Star Wars. So I am not the biggest Star Wars buff, so forgive me if I butcher anything here, but basically there's a dark side and a light side, right? There's the Force and then there's the dark side. And with each of these 6 things, these things can switch off your I can do it mindset, or they can switch on your I can do it mindset. So you have these 6 powerful things that you can use for good or you can use for evil. And I'll give you some examples of each one. So the first one that Bandura presents is verbal persuasion. So that's basically spoken, you can do it type language. So someone going like, I believe in you, you can do this. I know you're ready. Think about all the preparation you've done. So that actual, the words that come into your brain that say, you can do this. And we've all had a moment where somebody fired us up. You know, those movies, it's like that locker room, like, you got this. Everybody's prepared the whole season for this. You are ready, go get it. And everyone's like, wow, that's verbal persuasion. Now we also we are actively involved in verbal persuasion constantly in our own minds. So if I'm sitting here going, I'm going to be really weird on the live video today, or gosh, I'm so nervous. Do I even know this stuff? That's me using it for the dark side. If you have a coach that's really negative, that's like, why are you even here? Do it or get off my beam. I have someone else who would love your spot on the team. If there's negative verbal persuasion, then that is taking that I can do it mindset light switch and flipping it off. So you want to flip it on. And the way you do that is by making sure that all of the verbal persuasion that's coming at you is going toward the light side. That's number 1. Number 2 is your past performances. Now this one is huge. If you did the last one successfully, you're going to go, okay, I can do it. I proved it. I have proof right there that I just did a good one. So that means I can handle this. You know, if you are in a team sport and you need to be aggressive, and in the last game you turn it on, you were totally fearless and aggressive, then you're like, okay, I can do that. You know, in the meantime, your coach is going, you can do this. And your teammates are like, we saw you do it. Then all of that I can do it is going to be revved up, right? But on the dark side, what if the last one was horrible? What if you blew it and you were like, what's wrong with me? How did I should have been able to do that. So then we've got negative verbal persuasion. You're talking yourself out of it, and your past experience is negative, which is making you feel like I can't do it. All right. So we've got 2 sides of that one. We've got vicarious experience, all these big words, right? Like, yay, feels like school. Vicarious experience is basically being inspired by others. So the light side of this one is that you watch a teammate who trains just as many hours as you, who has the same coaching, who loves it just as much as you. They go and they get a skill that you've been working on. And you're like, ooh, if she can do it, I can do it. Okay, then there's the more classic adolescent teenage reaction, which is like, oh, what? I'm not as good as her. So there you go. You've got the light side and the dark side. If you can be inspired and go, oh, that means I can. If you've ever played a game with a friend where you're like, if you do it, I'll do it. Okay, if you do your series on the high beam, I'll do it. I'll do my series on the low beam, or whatever it is. If you do your thing on bars, I'll do my thing on vault. And you're like, okay, oh my gosh, you did it. All right, I'll do it. If you can do it, I can do it. So that's the good side. But then a lot of young athletes use the dark side more often here, where they see other people succeeding and it crushes them and it makes them feel worse and it makes them feel like they're not good enough or they're not talented enough. So make sure that you're using the light side, right? And then our next one is emotional state, basically your mood. If you are in a good mood, I've heard so many stories about, like, it was my mom's birthday and we were in such a good mood and everybody was happy and I went out and I played the best game of my life. Or it was my birthday and we got to play games and we got out early and I had the best practice I've ever had. Being in a good mood has scientifically proven abilities to make you feel like you can do it. If you walk in and you're like, I feel good today. Okay, I think I can. Versus you walk in and you're tired or you're bummed out or you haven't eaten well or, anything that just makes your mood kind of funky, like you're hangry. That is going to flip that switch off again. That like, no, I can't. I don't feel it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not happy. I don't want to do it. Okay, so the light side, good mood, dark side, bad mood. So did you know, fun fact, playing your favorite song in the car on the way to practice is a scientifically proven method to get you more confident when you get there, because you're bopping around, you're feeling good, you've got something going that puts you in a little bit better mood. You're better off sitting in the car on the way to practice thinking about your favorite things than being in the car thinking about, oh no, what if it happens again? Okay, the next one is imagery. And that is a word you might have heard visualization. You might have heard, there's a lot of different words for it, but imagery and visualization are pretty similar. But imagery, if you do it the right way, has been proven to have the same reaction in your brain as a success. So this one's fun because if you get really good at imagery, you are actually giving yourself past successes. You remember how we said, like, well, if you failed yesterday, then like, what can you do? Well, you can succeed in your mind if you do it the right way. And it gets your brain feeling like, oh, maybe I can do it. Okay. And also, of course, we can change your perspective and find past successes that we can pull from. But also, negative imagery will kill your confidence. So if you get up to do a scary skill, or you're getting into an aggressive pass, or you're getting into, something like kind of challenging, a critical moment, and you flash an image in your head of falling or getting hurt or things going badly, it's going to flip that switch off again, that I can do it switch. So what we want to do is train your mind to be able to see the images you want on command. And then that final one, which we actually talked about a little bit with the mood, is physiological state. So if your heart is pounding and you're sweating and you feel not good, you have anxiety, that's going to make you feel like, what's wrong with me? I don't think I can do it. Whereas if you're relaxed and you're loose and you're warmed up and you're feeling good, that's going to flip the switch on. So all of those elements are part of your mental game plan. You want to have a mental game plan in place that gets all of those boxes checked. And one thing that you can do to check some of those boxes is join us next week. We are doing a free challenge open to all of the youth sport public. So if you are interested, if you're like, yeah, I just want to get a little better at all those 6 things, that's exactly what we're going to do next week for 7 days. You will log in for 5 to 10 minutes. You could literally do this on a bathroom break from practice, or whatever. Obviously, check in with your coach, invite your whole team if you like. But we start on Tuesday, and all you have to do to get in is go to happy.link, except it's happy with no A. So it's hppy.link/superhero. And if you click there, you can sign up. We will send you your free confidence building workbook. You'll get that right away. And at the end of the week, we are giving away prizes, Amazon gift certificates, Leotard gift certificates, 3 months of free mental training, water bottles. It's going to be super fun if you fill out your workbook and send it back. It's, like I said, totally free. The whole point of it is to check these boxes that will help you to flip that switch and get your confidence ready when you need it. And then also kind of get you from the dark side into the light. So I would love for you to join us. If you have any questions, you can always reach out, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining me.